Sound Partners lesson. Today is a mastery test, and there's a couple things that you need to do. First, what you're going to do is you're going to show them these letters, and you're going to ask them to point and tell you the sounds. Okay? And then the next part, you want them to be able to read the words. They can either read the word or sound it out, but they need to do it by themselves. And then the last part is they need to just know these sight words. They can't sound it out. They just need to say these words. Then you can take the screen away. And then you want to have a piece of paper or a whiteboard or whatever you want to use and say, okay, tell me the letter that has the F sound. So then you want to go back and do the sounds and see if they can tell you by hearing the sound you make, do they know the letter? And then you pick 3 words here that you want them to spell. Always in the lessons, you're picking 3 words and you're saying, spell kid for me. And you want them to be able to spell that successfully. The sight words is really just recognizing the word. You can test and see if they know how to spell them. That's just more information for you. But it's not mandatory for this program. So when you're done with that, you want them to, here they need to master all of these sounds. It has to be 100% here. It has to be 100% here. Here, the program will keep practicing these words. So if they're a little shaky on like 2 of them, maybe write them down on an index card or, just a Post-it or something. And whenever you do sight words, say, oh, what are these 2 words? And just keep practicing those sight words that they miss. That's not a big deal at all. So if you do all the scoring and they got 100%, then you're going to go with me into next week's lessons where we're going to keep going with this. If you score it and you say, oh, well, they didn't know how to say this word and they're still struggling, with that E sound or whatever, I want you to go back to lesson 6 from Sound Partners and redo them, okay? And then you will get back to this lesson again and you will test them again, and I bet you they will be successful. So you go back and do lesson 6 and 7 and all those again, and it seems like, oh, I've already done this. But doing that again will give them that foundation so that they can read other things. It's really worthwhile. The great part about this program is the student kind of sets the pace of it. I've had students that for one lesson, we've done it for 2 weeks. But once it clicks, they sped up with their lessons, and then some kids, they just every single time they get it and they move on. So it's just whatever works for your child. Okay. So you want to give this test after you've done all up to lesson 13. And, I will, if you're ready to go, then on Monday, I will give you another lesson. And if your child isn't ready, then, no harm. Go back to lesson 6 and start over, and then you'll be back to this lesson. All right. Have a good weekend. Bye.